Hey everybody, Outdoors with Unc, and today we're going to be talking about how to make smoked razor clams. This is a great way to enjoy the fresh razor clams of the Pacific Northwest. You're not going to need a whole lot to do this. It's a pretty simple process. What we have here is about 3 limits of freshly cleaned and cooked razor clams. We're just going to add those to an extra large mixing bowl. We're going to throw in a little bit of soy sauce. Now the soy sauce is really salty, so on this a little bit goes a long ways. We're also going to add, this is my new favorite, you can find it at Costco, it's Kinder wood-fired garlic. And a little bit of this goes a long ways too. These clams are naturally salty. So anything that adds salt, you're going to get an overly salty product. Soy sauce, seasoning salts, all of that will add too much salt to your flavor. I'm also going to throw in a few tablespoons of locally sourced honey. Any honey will do. But always make sure you're buying real honey, not that crappy kind in a bear. And a couple tablespoons of honey, 2 cups of water, maybe a little bit more depending on how many clams you got. And what that's going to do is going to create a lovely brine mixture. You're just going to go ahead and mix all that up. Your brine, you're not looking for any kind of particular color. You're just kind of trying to get those flavorings evenly coated throughout the clams. Once you get that done, place that in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 hours. Some people do more. I don't think it's necessary. These clams are like little sponges. They're going to soak up all of those flavors in hardly any time at all. So I'm going to put these in the fridge, and I'll be with you guys in a second. Alright, it's been about 24 hours. No, it's been about 8 hours. This is what our clams are looking like. Nothing exciting here. Now what you're going to want to do, and a lot of people skip this step, is you're just going to want to set them out and let them dry on your racks. A lot of times people go straight into the smoker, but that's a mistake. You're going to want to let them dry out first. And I just got my smoking rack set up over the sink. I'll let them dry for, 30-40 minutes. Sometimes I'll pat them with a paper towel. Don't want to do that. I just kind of want to let them dry. Give it an hour, and then I'll head out to the smoker and take it from there. So I'm going to get these all set out on the rack, and I'll see you guys at the smoker. So we're out here. We got the Big Chief smoker. Nothing too fancy. We ended up with about 3 racks of clams. And I'm going for a cold smoke, which means the smoke's not going to get real hot. You can do this in a Traeger, and that's going to be around 180 or so, I think is the lowest setting on a Traeger. That is technically not a cold smoke, and your cook times are definitely going to vary. If you're going on a Traeger at 180, you're going to be a regular smoke in probably 1 to 2 hours. The way I'm doing it now is cold smoke, where my smoke's not going to get above 100 degrees. And it's going to take probably 8 to 10 hours. But the thing is with that, I'm going to have to keep checking on it every hour or 2 to add more chips. Right now I'm just using hickory wood smoke chip. Apple, wood, cherry, any of your fruit usually goes pretty well with the seafood. But I like the hickory, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna put this in, get it going, and we'll check. Alright, so we're about 6 hours in, and we're gonna check on the razor clams. I've been coming out and refilling the little wood thing. We're smoking pretty good. Let's see what they look like. As you can see, they're starting to turn a golden brown. Still got plenty of moisture to them. You know, that top rack is cooking a little different, a little slower than the bottom. But I mean, this is a cold smoke. It's cool to the touch. I mean, we're probably 50, 60 degrees. Now, keep in mind that these clams are already cooked. So I'm not just smoking them raw. They've already been boiled and cleaned. This is my favorite way to do this. Sorry, my eyes are on fire. The only reason why I like the cold smoke over the Traeger is you get a lot more smoky flavor, which I enjoy. But if you're going for a less smoke flavor, an hour in a Traeger will be good. I'm gonna restock these chips, and I'll show you guys the finished product here. And well, thanks to the magic of technology, you'll see it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're back. And you know, I only did these for 8 hours, which is not overly long, but it's an all-day process, but I had all day to throw at it. So this is our final product here. Dang. Ooh. You know, this is one of my favorite ways to eat this. You know, they're not dry, they're not tough. That slow smoke really makes them tender. They're a little chewy, but we're not talking like beef jerky chewy. They're a perfect amount of chewy versus soggy. So I mean, this is the way to go. Now you can enjoy these as is. Just pop them in your mouth, chew on them for a bit, kind of like a jerky snack. Or you can grind them up, put them in clam dip. Smoked clam dip is the way to go. There's a lot of them. They'll last this way for quite a long time. If you put them in a Ziploc, you can throw them in the freezer. You can, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in jars with some more brine and put them in jars. That way they'll last years. This way, you know, you put them in the Ziploc, you put them in the freezer, they'll be good for a while. If you put them in a Ziploc and put them in your fridge, they'll be good for, you know, a couple months probably. I don't know. I tend to eat them before that. But this has been Outdoors with Unc, reminding you, go outside. It's good for your soul. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.